Gary, I think Camp FEMA is going to really be effective, and that's why I'm asking my listeners to get it, to pre-order it today. It comes out in 2 weeks, and to show it to everybody, have viewing parties. Are you wanting this to be like some of the other films, like Freedom to Fascism, that you're the steward of, that are meant to be virally distributed?
Well, we want them to get out there. We want the people to see them. We want the viewing parties. You know, the film is copyrighted, so we can't produce more films unless people get them. But we're going to provide a bulk system in the future.
Absolutely, and we'll be part of that at Infowars.com. But they should have viewing parties and show them to everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Word has to get out, Alex.
All right, stay there. We'll be right back with Gary Franchi and, of course, William Lewis. I'm Alex Jones. In fact, I printed this off this weekend and forgot to bring it. Will you guys print me off Wikipedia? And I actually had read this in a book about Benjamin Franklin, so I know it's accurate. I don't just believe what I see on Wikipedia, about why we have the Gadsden flag, or the symbol of the rattlesnake being one of the first symbols of this country, even before the bald eagle. And I think the founders explained it quite well. Because we're not looking for trouble, but we're not going to your FEMA camps. We're not your slaves. Let's take calls for Gary Franchi, the producer, co-producer with William Lewis, the director of Camp FEMA, now available first day at Infowars.com, out of the gates. We have it comboed up with the Obama deception and other films. Let's talk to Vincent in Virginia, then Sam in the Netherlands. Vincent, you're on the air. Welcome.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I just had one more question for Gary or William or whoever wanted to comment. I have an aunt whose father was a German immigrant during World War II, and when he came over, he was apparently detained by the FBI for 2 or 3 days for questioning, just to make sure he wasn't a Nazi operative or something of that sort.
Oh, that's nothing. They put tens of thousands of German citizens in camps, Japanese, and then they stole the Japanese property in San Francisco and surrounding areas. They were very wealthy, been here in some cases over 150 years. Because Japan's in the Pacific. I mean, you talk to these guys like talking to an American, and they rape their women, everything else. They put Italian Americans in camps. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what do you find if you're looking at these camps? I can't imagine it's easy to get inside of them to tell that it's made for, supposedly for, say, illegal immigrants or possible terrorists versus American citizens. I mean, how do you tell?
Here's the thing. The Japanese internment camps were not even built when they were rounded up. When I spoke to the internment camp survivor Sam Ozaki, Japanese American, born in the United States, okay, just like us, citizen, he was rounded up, bussed off to these camps. But the camps, like I said, they weren't built. They used stadiums. They used, amusement parks, fairgrounds, just large public facilities, and held them there while the camps were being constructed. So,
and Gary, that's exactly what I explained to you. If you look at Top Off and NLE exercises, they practice putting you in sports stadiums, putting you in facilities. Then they bus groups of you off, and then they make you build the camp you're going to live in.
Exactly, and the gentleman's asking, what makes what are the specific characteristics of a FEMA camp? Well, hey, next time you drive past your high school, look at the fences. Imagine everyone rounded up inside the fences in your high school stadium. Okay, it's as simple as that. We're taking a step further. I mean, they were using churches in Chicago to hold German immigrants. They have the actual prison cubes, the concrete prison cubes that they can drop in like Legos and build them up overnight. So,
and the feds, I mean, look, this is not our opinion. They admit that, and they're setting it up where you're going to want to be in the camp. Like, oh, you're starving. You're not allowed to be homeless now. You've got to live in the camp.
Yeah, so the film breaks it down. Obviously there's the inward-facing barbed wire, the guard towers. I mean, these are staples of standard camps that are existing today. But what's most importantly is, they can build these camps overnight, within 24 hours.
Look, on record, the feds built the Robert Mueller Airport, and they have a large area designated. I have local news admitting it. I mean, they take facilities that have barbed wire, and that's the camp, and there's guys with machine guns there. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, that's it. You're saying it right there. The camps, they've taken existing camps from the Clinton administration. When they decommissioned all those military bases, they converted those camps. They've converted countless other locations across the country. The civilian inmate labor program, as Alex was talking with us on the break, there's a lot of characteristics. Check out the film for yourself.
And the federal bill tries to legalize and fund what's already set up. Everything we always said the camps were and how they worked is mirrored in the congressional bill that says the old military bases, barbed wire, local police involved, Army running it, a brig, family living areas. This is already happening in plain view.
H.R. 645, right there. Take a look at it.
Meanwhile, Media Matters just say it doesn't exist. Stay there. I hope that answered your question. Vincent, Sam, Virgil, Tony, Abel, Jeff, and others. Your call's coming up. But first, I want to hear, I've been asking the questions here. I want Gary Franchi and William Lewis just to make any comments they want about their film. Camp FEMA, Infowars.com.